Wow, okay, it's weird. People actually think that decentralization is Web3. Like it's the greatest feature of all time and it's actually what's gonna bring the next level of internet. Uh do you guys know what internet is all about? You have no fucking idea. Also, there's a better uh, way to think about this. There's already a big change that is coming anyways, and it comes in a form of AI, obviously. Just artificial intelligence learning things and how to do things, and it will potentially be capable of creating websites even bigger than and even applications even bigger than we can actually imagine. I'm not sure why we're just generating pictures and we're not looking into like deeper meaning of what AI can do, which is kind of weird. Uh, TikTok went as far as it could, I guess, just updated the algorithm of what YouTube's supposed to have been doing this whole time. And congratulations. Now anyone can go viral, and it actually inspires people to participate more. And if you wanted the short answer of what Web3 is, well, here you go. It's all about participation. The more people participate for a longer time and the greater benefit they can get from the internet, the bigger the internet becomes. And if there's a significant expansion of the internet and significant difference, that's probably a next generation of the internet, right? Very simple. It's very simple. And decentralization is just not one of those features that we should even care about. But let's dive in. Let's ask the internet right now what Web3 is. I want to ask like this chatbot what Web3 is. That would be interesting. The future of humanity. Yeah, the chatbot is a little bit too vague. That's why I hate it. But when it's not vague, when it actually tries to tell you something, it's the funniest shit ever. See, I don't want an explanation in 5 minutes. I want an actual deep dive of what Web3 is. But really the question is like, did they break through this idea? Or do they really think decentralization and Bitcoin, and it's like it's the future of internet because Bitcoin is the money of the internet, so if you decentralize everything, wow, this is the craziest thing. It's still early, 8 months ago? I think the hype actually died. This is 4 months ago. The hype actually is dying, at least about the topic itself. But there's like no new videos for this shit. Like no 2 months ago videos. But I guess what also could have died is the ability to actually compete against these videos. Everything is crypto related, I would imagine. If you think about it, Odyssey is trying to do YouTube things and it's failing, even though it's decentralized. Because people don't actually give a fuck about whether something is decentralized or not. In fact, Odyssey and pretty much any other platform who would claim that is decentralized, maybe you cannot delete videos, but you can definitely alter the algorithm, which kind of makes up the core experience of the website in the first place. If the algorithm is not promoting you fairly and treating you fairly, it sucks and you will not use the website. It's that simple. It doesn't fucking matter if something is centralized. What matters is whether it's fair. That's the only thing that fucking matters. And the fair and fun to use at the same time. Alright? Doesn't have to be addicting. Just fair and fun. It's like there's key principle, and decentralization is just some fad. But I'm glad people talked about this, because now people can get aware what Web3 actually is. And now, without further ado, let's laugh at every single fucking person who thinks otherwise. If you can tell, the transition from Web 1 into Web 2 is simply more interactivity. Just more. It's more interactive, it's more engaging. You can create more things on the website and actually share those things. You can use website in more ways, basically, and in significant ways. So how is Web3 just gonna say, oh, it's decentralization? It's like, what? How do you compare? You give people so many features, and then you give one feature and it does nothing significant whatsoever. It's like, but let's hear them out, man. This guy doesn't really know, so he did research, and he's trying to tell what the research told him, because that's a good way to go, honestly. I'm just using speculation all the time, because you can do that. It's actually much more effective and makes you think for yourself most of the time.
This meant that not only did Web 2.0, the users of the internet were consumers.
Not necessarily, because you still interact with other people and talk about it in real life. Now it's more convenient to use the internet to share things and to find people and to talk with. That's it. And at the same time, it is a weird thing. Like, there were like chat rooms, weren't there? Chat rooms, stuff like that. Like, pretty much you have been at least using like WAP websites for your phone or something. So I don't know. There's some details I want to know. What is this consumer thing? I think internet kind of improved steadily and consistently. There was no like special spike, to be honest. Except like, oh, Facebook showed up. Facebook is definitely not the it's not the first website to show up as but yeah, we're talking about 2004, and Facebook is more like 2010. MySpace, guys. Yeah, whatever. So it would be interesting, the deep dive of exactly what happened and when it happened and why. And we're not gonna get those kind of details, unfortunately, because in neither of these videos, which is kind of fantastic, to be honest.
All the data they had collected on us and sell it to advertisers.
I guess the biggest difference here is like the incentive, right? That you own your data and you're not gonna give your data to those third-party things, basically. But it's like you just have to outcompete these websites. That's all you have to do, and it's not easy. In fact, that's when the Web3 is gonna happen. No, you actually have to make your website, just like TikTok, have something very, very special that people just want to use for some. It's just it has to be fun and fair, right? Uh, it has to be like a very satisfying experience that just rips off people and trashes YouTube into nothing. Like Minecraft 2.0 was something that always sits in my head, and it's like, how do I just defeat Minecraft? But obviously, you start with yourself. How do I stop playing Minecraft? And instead, I just played Hearthstone, and I still haven't solved this, by the way. This is not it. This doesn't solve anything. But now I have to figure out how to beat Hearthstone for some reason. I don't know. Fucking stupid. I guess Minecraft was defeated. You just never know about it. Which is very interesting as well. You might never actually know when YouTube gets destroyed, and until it happens for a very select few of people, and maybe they will just not tell you, and they're gonna get millions the moment it actually blows up. You never know how it's gonna happen, but you might want to be aware of Web3 potential to begin with. Age of targeted advertising. In a way, it kind of makes some sense that over time, this shit is gonna get old and overused and exploited in many ways. But at the same time, we are also exploiting the websites themselves. Like those websites gives us tons of opportunities, and what is gonna make us stop? All right, you have to think of something much better than decentralization. It's just not gonna work. Although 2 million people clicked on this shit. Actually, sure. Probably. Alright, I like that word.
And the tools of decentralization.
Again, it's just one of the features that you could have in a website. It doesn't have to be decentralized in any way. You just kind of reward people more. But it's like, what is the difference? Oh, we just don't use the ads thing. What if people like that stuff without even knowing? It's like, oh, I don't like you taking information from me, but then they're like, but I want to find what I like on the internet, not this random stuff. It comes with a price all the time, so I just don't see it, man.
Where videos can be posted.
Here it is, boys. Odyssey. You can post videos there. You know what else you can do? Ignore this website for the rest of your life, unless your favorite YouTuber gets banned, and they're probably not gonna go to Odyssey. They're gonna go to Rumble or some bullshit like that. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit ahead of you, dude. The creators can earn pointless little tokens that you can't really earn that easily anyways, or probably you can't even exchange it to real money. So nice try. Nice. It's just a lot of people are just not literate on how you use this type of digital currency bullshit until it actually becomes like a massive thing, and actually then websites actually implement it. There's a lot of hurdles we have to jump over to be able to actually achieve Web3. Like, this token thing is kind of important, to be honest, to incentivize people and to create this like ability to share like very meaningful things, because it's money. Money is the greatest motivator of all time. So this type of stuff. But I would also add leveling up is important. I mentioned this before, but like, it's one of the greatest incentives of just like The longer you stay on the platform, the more videos you watch, the more you interact. You just level up if you're not causing any harm. If you actually like, it's receive a few likes, a little bit of engagement. If people like check your account, whatever that little feedback that your profile gets, that is not negative, will boost your level, and eventually you'll break through over and over again. And younger people who just start off will look up to you to some extent. Will ask some questions. Will actually want to interact with you, and you'll feel good about that. I would say, like, there's so many little features to be implemented to make a internet experience a little bit more social, and that's the way to boost. Is the Web3 is always the question of how do you boost internet engagement? How do you make people find more value in the internet? That's all you have to figure out, and it's not blockchain or decentralization. I'm sorry, dude. Just because you cannot delete a video doesn't sound like a greatest concept of all time, to be honest. I mean, if you really want to save a video and not get it deleted, you can still do it on your stupid hard drive. It's like, this is not a concept of any kind. This is bullshit. But the token thing I do agree with. So, as a reward. Still not detailed enough, so I can't. It's, there's. It should go deeper than just a token, dude. Because obviously the biggest problem is the government is gonna be like, oh, you can't do that. But at the same time, they probably will allow it. They allow Bitcoin in the first place, but it's like, we don't actually. Yeah, I mean, these tokens kind of work already, so I can't really attack them. It's just I want them to be easily exchangeable into real money, and I should be able to create an account, and I don't have to like verify my passport or some bullshit like that. I suppose Odyssey actually works like that, and you do earn the tokens. I just don't know how to exchange those tokens. What do I do with them? What's the point? Because right now, my instinct is to like, how do I get money from this? Everyone's instinct is like that. But in a way, you kind of don't want money necessarily coming directly from tokens, which is kind of counterintuitive. Yes, you want to be rewarded, but you just kind of want to cover your expenses in a way. You don't really want to become rich. I know some people are like all about becoming rich, but you don't want to do that. I'm sorry, guys. Because that's exploitation. Trying to become rich is just, it's cringe, dude. You can become influential if you want, but rich? Ah, yeah, you will be enslaving people and making other people work for you and provide things for you. Yes, they might actually want to do that, but at the same time, you don't know that. Alright, you just don't know that. It's just one way for them to earn money and another way for you to spend money, but you don't know what impact it has on economy in general, whether you're actually generating value or just wasting even more value than you have actually generated in order to get the money, which is confusing. But yeah, you don't necessarily would allow just like a bank sometimes does not allow you to withdraw like tons of money. It would be like a very similar thing. There would be a limit of how much you can exchange, but I'm just speculating on a very small little thing. I would like for this to just work, okay, and people get benefit from that, and I wouldn't care about anything. But most importantly, again, it has to be like easy to use, and even more importantly, it has to blow up, and everyone has to be using it, and it has to be like you just sign up, and you earning tokens, and you can exchange those tokens for something valuable. Again, it doesn't have to be money.
Be no censorship of social networks like Facebook.
That's also kind of stupid, dude. So the shareholders would be the presidents then. Someone still has to control things and stay on the top. In a way, yes, you propose features, but someone has to be the head of like operation and understand how everything operates. So I get what the idea is, but still, there has to be leaders by any means. Just like there's a brain in your body, and every single other piece of body is like a worker, you know. And then you have the brain, but the brain is also like a worker. So is it a president? Is a fucking CEO right now? Brain? Uh, sure. Uh, you could say that the shareholders like the soul, the intention that actually drives the body, and but the body still needs a leader, and the body needs other body parts as well. So yes, you can have the soul, and that would be fantastic. What?
Shut it down.
See, this is another one of those bullshit moments, right? Yeah, the public decides on everything. No, they don't. It's like I want to fly. Well, try it. You can't. Well, you people will want very weird things, and you will not be able to deliver that as a leader. You'll be able to filter through the requests very easily and actually reduce the shareholding capacity because they're asking for stupid stuff in the first place, and they don't know how the company is supposed to operate in the first place. It's great to get ideas, and people will get rewarded and punished for that, uh, whether it's successful or not successful. But these people, shareholders, can only give ideas, and they probably have no idea how this whole thing operates. They can only hold ideas. That's it, dude. What? Everything is controlled by money? Again? This it's kind of weird, right? We already have like shareholders, and the system already works the way that it's supposed to work, and there's no reason to decentralize things. I'm telling you for the last fucking time. Yeah. One big thing that I did not mention is the websites, but I kind of mentioned in some past videos. I always say like, you'll be able to create your own website. Actually, not just like a YouTube fucking channel, and it's like, well, click on this and you're gonna see my YouTube channel. No, you actually gonna have websites that will link to other websites that you will be creating, because it's technically gonna be such a big difference from how your channel operates when someone clicks on your channel. Like, you want that big difference so you can actually interact with people and explain everything of what your channel is about, like, and hook them up with. Technically, like, a video can do it. A video can explain everything, but at the same time, it could be different. You can be linked to, like, a Discord channel, for example, and all of a sudden I start talking to you and explaining everything, even though it's kind of weird. A video would still do it better, right? So it is a very big question if it's actually even necessary. what I think is necessary is like to be able to trust. You know, these websites have to actually be trustworthy. It's still complicated, isn't it? It's like why would you create your own website? Cause yeah, just create a YouTube channel, dude. But there are probably features that you want to have, especially not just for watching your videos, but for watching other people's videos, or even maybe even a mix of Discord and that thing, the channel, because there's like a community tab. You know, these could be mixed. I don't know. I'm kind of on the edge of speculation. I don't know, but that's what I think. Obviously, this is the big word that I didn't found the last video, which is fascinating, and then this is also helpful. Or is it talking? No, it probably talks about Web 3. Sure. I hope. Like, you still have to collect enough data to understand what the person likes. Like, people like TikTok for that. I don't understand why you would just remove this feature for the sake of privacy. I don't understand it. In a way, there's a way to do it, obviously. You just click a button, and all of a sudden, this website will respect your privacy. Easy as that. Just click a fucking button. Well, it's not a very profitable button to click. And potentially, if the website is rewarding you for something, after you click the button, the website will stop rewarding you. It's kind of pretty simple. Yes, I'm also waiting for the feature of like being rewarded for watching YouTube videos, but that's kind of stupid. Being rewarded for entertaining yourself is not a good idea. You have to deliver some kind of value. You have to entertain other people at the very least, or incentivize them to be on the platform for longer. You have to give some kind of value. So, just rewarding people for watching YouTube videos is kind of stupid. But there's a lot of ideas floating around. It's hard to put them all together. I love how this video needed to do this, because it didn't trust itself that YouTube will promote this video. But technically it worked, so I can't complain, right? I don't know. Now it's just scary, because the last one was like pretty simple title. Didn't try to do anything stupid. Well, I cannot find it anymore, because it's not recommended because I watched it. Unfortunate, dude. So sad. Here it is.
Web 3.0 will also be trustful and permissionless, which means that participants, for example, if you are researching for some data, you don't need to accept its cookies, or you don't need to provide any sort of details, as there is a trustful.
Are you sure about that? Because the government is gonna be like, no. You still have to give consent properly. Like, you can't just say, oh, we're just gonna go around the government and it will stop existing, actually, as this third party that overwatches everything for a fucking reason. What the hell are you talking about? It's so trustful and permissionless. It's not trustful because it's not being overwatched by the government, unfortunately. You just can't trust that stuff. Yes, government screws up more often than not, but it does that one little thing very well. It makes you trust things. It probably sounds stupid, but I kind of believe that. Even though I don't trust NASA, I don't trust science in general. But I don't trust people as well. Okay, I'm skeptical about everything. That's fine, and eventually we will improve the government by force if we have to. It's not a problem, But this is kind of the whole point of the government. So you can't just undefine it and all of a sudden, oh, we don't need it anymore. No, come on, man.
Process.
It is still an interesting idea that I dabble into. Like, yeah, government will not exist in like 60 years. The reason, because it's like everything will be trustworthy. Everything. You can do whatever you want. You just have to like follow principles. You have to be trustworthy, first of all. And because everyone will be double checked whether they're trustworthy, then everything that happens kind of just builds on top of that. It will be an interesting world to live in, but it's 60 years later, so I will not exist in that world. Oh well. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, there is a better example. You can just say, Google sucks, but if you ask artificial intelligence certain questions, it will actually give you a detailed and exact answer of what you want, and you can actually even correct your question just tiny bit, and you will get still a very exact answer. And again, you can say like, this is not exactly what I want. I want that thing. You'll be able to do that with artificial intelligence, internet browsing thing. Like Google now is showing so much imperfection in that sense that it's kind of ugly now. It's kind of unusable. I hate Google right now. I am really curious what AI is going to be capable of because we're just scratching the surface. Like when all these functions come together, it's probably going to be very weird and mind blowing. Ugh. I don't know, man. I hope it will come gradually, not just like, oh, look at this big ass feature that is gonna overwhelm you for fucking 10 years. But technically, the thing is, like, that's kind of how everything happens. The thing gets released. But I think what made Minecraft so big, it wasn't, you know, just released. It was actually released very early and kept updating over time. I think that's a very good way to do things, actually. It keeps people on their toes. I mean, I love Hearthstone community for exactly the same reason. It keeps updating, but if it goes slightly in the wrong direction and power creeps for no reason, well, we have a problem, and I don't want to stay in that train because it's going the exact opposite of where I am going. So I'll try to find something else. And we have to actually talk about it very deeply. Like, this is not a light subject. Again, back in the day it was Minecraft for me, but right now it's a very tough subject of like which game is actually better? What kind of card game is better? Is there better card games than Minecraft? Something that I enjoy a little bit more? Is Minecraft actually going in a better direction? Even with all this effort put in? These are big questions, man. Because if you can actually answer them objectively, if there's something better out there that people need to know about, we have to really talk about it, and we have to really decide where the community itself goes, because maybe we are all deeply frustrated, but we don't really know about it, but someone is going to give that objective point of view, and that's the biggest thing that artificial intelligence can do, is promote opinions that are valuable and life-changing. Okay? That's big. And I'm actually doing that. I'm one of those people who would actually change people's minds. because I'm trying to investigate bullshit. I'm trying to evaluate things. I'm trying to be as objective as possible without just diving into statistics of what other people think. I'm trying to be objective of what I think, and that makes things a lot easier because I definitely can trust myself. So this is a big video, if you can tell. I mean, you survived so far, but this is a very, very deep video, to be honest, because it's almost like catching a rabbit early on and knowing that, wow, if you can understand Web3 early on, like, you're gonna be fine. The only downside right now is, like, I don't receive any money from a proper source. I don't know if I'll be able to survive properly, to be honest. I know the Web3 is gonna reward me for all the effort that I'm putting in right now, but right now, nobody gives a fuck, okay? And that fucking pisses me off. I mean, it got the most important part right, but everything else is like half-baked. Same, decentralization bullshit. Oh, I can go back. Oh, look at that. You can own? Oh my god, that's the third thing, boys. The Web3 is that third thing, boys. No. You already own certain things using copyright. Yeah, copyright can be definitely improved in many ways. But the most important way is, like, you kind of want to give things for free, but if people can afford to pay, they have to pay, basically. So it's a very interesting. How is the internet gonna figure this shit out? I have no idea. But yeah, you want to, like, make sure. But the AI is gonna figure it out. All right, what is the most accessible way? What is the most pleasant way to monetize content? All right, and all the content is free of copyright. You can use it as much as you want. Potentially, the AI will still restrict you on certain things, but AI will always advise you on what you can and cannot do, how effective the things are gonna be. Like, you're gonna have this vidIQ thing, statistics everywhere about everything all the time. All the information is just gonna be flooding as much as you want, as much as you can handle. There's a lot more things are gonna be happening. Basically, you're not just gonna be watching videos. You're gonna be very much interacting as if you're playing a fucking game all the time. It's ridiculous. So it's not about ownership whatsoever. What you have no fucking idea what are you even talking about. But it what keeps people buzzing, and I can at least correct them. It's like you're not incorrect for saying that Web3 exists, so that's fine. You corrected out something. You can be proud of that. Congratulations. Thank you, Cleaner. One of the most funniest things I discovered is that RuneScape currency is better currency than any, digital currency at the moment. Because I would rather be willing to use RuneScape money, because it's like so easy to trade with people. To some degree, obviously, there's certain type of people who would be like, what? RuneScape? You have to make an account in a game to trade money in a specific place after two characters meet each other? But at the same time, it's metaverse, dude. It's the new metaverse thing, You can still convince most of the people. So it's just a very funny thing that these things are obsolete in RuneScape money, which you can actually exchange into real money quite easily as well. Isn't that fucking weird? Like, RuneScape creators could just embrace that. And, because people already doing it, exchanging it to real money and exchanging it between each other maybe even for various, uh, I don't know, services. Maybe it's possible. I mean, let's say I want to get some kind of code, and it's like, well, just send me some. Uh, I also like heard a story about like, oh, send me some V-Bucks. I'm not sure who said that. I really don't. So, I wish I knew right now. It's so fucking stupid. Some influential dude for sure. He had like uh he requested like some kind of freelancers for some work, and that guy was like, send me some V-Bucks. It's like, what? Yeah. It's not cryptocurrency that's blowing up. It's just some game money. That's actually taking the cake right now, which is mind blowing. So if you actually want to beat all of these currencies, you just make the most popular and the most amazing game ever, which is a very interesting thing for a game developer like myself to discover, right? But at the same time, I don't want to do it. I know I have the power to do it. I'm too lazy. I'm sorry, guys. Technically, you might even be able to gamify this thing that I already use every single day, every single second of my life, honestly, because I have to keep track of everything if I want this thing to work. Every single time I watch a video, I have to keep track of whose video I'm watching. So this is like interesting enough for this could be monetized in some way, or have some kind of currency that people trade. I don't know. It's just I don't know, but I have a feeling that it's the game that's gonna break that boundary of the currency that everyone wants to use, which is like weird. Obviously, it has to like be like a mobile application more likely. Are you fucking telling me that Discord is just ultra crashed? What the fuck is wrong with this application, man? You know what the funny thing is? This still works on a website. It makes no fucking sense, guys. Why the app just crashed and doesn't turn on anymore? But the website works. And I can't even like reinstall it properly. I'll have to dig for solutions, man. But it's almost like maybe we'll not use apps anymore in the future. Yeah, that's stupid. It's all web. It's really hard to tell, but I'm just speculating at this point. You know what's ironic? I think this Web3 trend was started at TikTok, which is like, are you stupid? TikTok is actually more centralized than YouTube, and now it's taken over. It's like the pattern is completely the opposite. If decentralization was such a big deal, like, shouldn't the opposite happen? And on TikTok, I also got kind of the answer. I wouldn't have figured it out by myself. Someone just buzzed in a keyword of like AI, and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's it. And everything just kind of clicked for me. So, yeah, it's hilarious to be honest. Why you cannot fucking tell me about ideas for legal reasons? What an asshole, dude. The developers are doing amazing things, but I will not tell you what those amazing things are because, whoops. Government. Am I legal reasons? Am I right? I don't want to stab them in the back. You want to centralize power? Is that what you want to do? I mean, it's just interesting, isn't it? Oh, you don't own the idea. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Oh, I'm so... What the fuck are you... This is crazy. Oh, he actually explains it.
Great revenue. Now you have incentive to create this stuff, and so because of the financial.
You have incentive to create YouTube videos, so congratulations, dude.
Incentives, people are pouring and creating this incredible creative stuff on the back of this amazing technology. And man, when
Someone has to convince me that this technology is amazing, which means that it's probably not amazing. You know, like, I laugh at people who think NFTs are valuable. It's like, yeah, you own something, and that means absolutely nothing. It means nothing, dude. It does, dude. But you can use it and you can put it in your mouth and chew it. You can't. You can't do nothing. You can just brag. It's just bragging rights and nothing else. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But you own it. But on internet you want to own things. Yes, dude. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You don't own anything on the internet, and that's the fucking beauty of it. Yes, you can be creator of something and take credit for that. That's a different thing than owning it, actually. But what? What? This is so stupid. Oh, look at this is how you make money. Yeah, everyone's obsessed about making money except me, and that's why I see through this bullshit, unfortunately. So stupid. But you can make money. It's such an incentive, guys. I'm stupid. That's what they said. I can translate you that, you know. But you can make money is equal I'm stupid. Alright, you can exploit the system. Potentially, you know. That's what it means. It's just subscribe to my fucking university thing and give me money now. Because I'm so smart. Am I right? University? Is university? I think the university word just got, amputated. And it will never sound the same. You know. It just got driven to the ground, unfortunately. Yeah, I like Andrew Tate, but like I would never university anymore. I'm sorry, dude. Impact you. It's also the stupidest name as well. Well played, dude. I will only maybe spend like 20 more minutes. So just let's finish this video in case it's gonna get even more funnier. Oh, you'll be able to own things in real life? Integration into real estate, guys.
Physical goods.
If only, guys. If only you could own things in real life. But technically, internet could make things a little bit easier. Like, oh, who owns this house? Oh, this little shit. What do you sell it for? Oh, $2. Okay, I buy it. Very easy. I mean, everyone will be interested in buying things and selling things almost. Not bad if the internet can handle that. Yeah, okay. That's a point for you. I can see it on this one. Medical record? What the fuck does he mean? What? You need more context for this one, dude. I don't know, man. All I can see is like some world record in medicine, dude. That somebody owns. On blockchain. Congratulations, you own a medical record. Thank you. Oh, you fucking asshole, dude. You need more context, please. It's gonna be insane. Nothing that it's like, wow, this game has insane graphics and it still sucks. It's cringe. It's gonna be cringe. This video is gonna be cringe. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Okay, there's gonna be great innovations and we're gonna solve more problems. But solving problems does not solve problems. Solving problems only progresses humanity forward and creates new problems. I will talk about it in a different video, which is I'll try and investigate this topic as well. But holy shit, man, it's not gonna be whatever, dude. Medical records.
Exploding. Collectibles has always been something that had to be physically traded, right? There was a lot of trust. If I was gonna,
Yeah, this is entertainment. Collectible market is for the first world people only, and first world, I would just drop a nuke on the first world. I wouldn't even give a fuck, man. Yes, threatening them would be like interesting, but like, nah, you guys are stupid and rich. Just eat a nuke, man. But we're not like in one place altogether. Like, I mean, we have plenty of missiles. If nukes don't exist, we have plenty of missiles that we could just throw at rich people, and we would do that immediately. We wouldn't even think. Oh, you're rich? Fuck you. So, collectibles, dude. Keep collecting your ass, dude. Nobody cares. Especially if, what if you die? You lose everything? You can't give it to anyone else? Hmm? Yeah, you probably can give the keys, but... Yeah, I guess I'm over speculating. Don't focus on that part, okay?
oh, things.
But what if you die? I'm thinking deeper now. How do you get the keys? How does your account get unlocked potentially? Or is it lost forever potentially? Like, normally the government, like, kind of handles it properly, right? Like, you die, then, well, your kid gets it, in case you didn't set up the will or whatever. It's very important. This stuff is very important, and government solves it, and it's like, dude, what the... I'm sorry, dude. I'm very sorry. Oh, Mom, I'm going to war, so I'll give all the keys to you now. Now you own Pokemon cards. Oh, wow, what do I do with them? There's another layer to that, am I right? Not only you're going to military, but you're giving something that your mom probably doesn't understand very well. Or your children, or, it's just, the cringe is all over the place. I want more, dude. That's the only thing I can get. I want internet to actually be a wonderful place, and all I can get is right now is cringe, which is oh, at least 1 out of 2 videos. No, it's 80% of my videos. I just look at cringe and comment about it, and nothing happens. Nobody gives me views, acknowledges me, tells me, "Oh, you're pretty smart." No, it just gives me more cringe, basically. That's what happens. It's very annoying, but it is what it is. It's what happens when you have a brain, unfortunately. Oh. Billy you. Well, I can't open my Discord. Still, it has been like 4 hours. Oh yeah, I can do that. Oh, what happened, dude? What happened? Fucking fix your Web 3, guys. Assholes. Here you go. You have 3 million subscribers. Here you go. Here's your spot amongst sheep that I will never review, but I have their names now. So I might in a million years. Kind and uplifting. You need a reality check, dude. We need people who are fucking rude and telling the truth. Unfortunately, I'm really sorry about that. There's different strategies in life, and honestly, like everything works in a way. So I don't have to actually attack this. It's like, oh, do whatever you want, whatever you think is gonna be successful. In a way, it's like you can't really judge anyone for anything because, well, they just have a different strategy. But at the same time, some people just need genuine help. And you don't really know what that help is exactly supposed to be. What is the key to the lock? You don't really know until you pick the lock, and it's a very hard process, to be honest. Like, you need genuine skill. So it doesn't even matter if I approach it in a rude way. As long as it's truthful, as long as it's powerful and useful, it doesn't matter how I approach it either. So it doesn't even matter what kind and uplifting is, as long as it's positive, right? So you don't have to say that, unfortunately. I guess he did that
But it really,
in the negative way, emphasizing the word negative. Okay, whatever.
I'd look for the space.
Good for you, dude.
So, fine.
But he keeps on emphasizing this thing, so I don't think the negative word was, like, the idea in the first place. I have to be joyful and uplifting? Come on, man, dude. I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's your job to figure out how to be more joyful and uplifted based on what I do. It's like, you don't know, based on my emotions, how I feel inside, to be honest. I can tell you how I feel if you ask, but you shouldn't judge people, unfortunately. I'm just assuming things here. It's not related to Web3, but it kind of is. I'm not exactly sure why he's even making this comment, but I want to laugh at everything he says because cringe is amazing. Hey guys, follow people. What's the point of following people? Excuse me? For information? I'm not watching this video for information. I'm watching this for cringe. I'm sorry, dude. You're talking to the wrong audience.
Encourage you to buy NFT.
Ooh, I highly encourage you to skip this video part because he's promoting some garbage. I highly encourage you. Why?
The reason is
Wow.
psychology. Let me explain this.
Oh, this part is interesting. Some people will have seizure if you don't mention decentralization. What the fuck? What kind of people are you dealing with, man? Sounds like zombies to me. I guess people are having seizures watching my video right now. I have to acknowledge that. I'm sorry, guys. I was entertained this whole time and I wanted seizures. Especially if you're a woman over 25. Unfortunately, guys. Yes, that's why you need a website. Because you can migrate along with the entire website easily. That's going to be Web3. And now I'm justified. Because your website will not be able to be censored anymore. But you will be said, pack your bags and leave. That's the only censorship that's allowed. Or should be allowed in the first place. Your stuff should not be deleted. They should not have the fucking button to just entirely delete everything you have done. It makes no fucking sense. It's counterproductive no matter what the fucking person did. I can kill fucking 20 million people. I want to make a video about it. Okay? Don't fucking delete that video, dude. It's part of history now. Maybe uh my name rhymes with Putler. Okay? The most important part is like YouTube probably reads now every single word that you say, and saying like the word kill implies that you don't want to be monetized, you don't want to be shown to other people. Like YouTube kind of decides halfway of what the video performance is supposed to be, because we want to have a clean website. Well, you're watching this, which is kind of weird. How did that happen? But we would actually solve this problem by asking, does that matter? Does that altering algorithm, does that work? Do you see, the problem is YouTube is trying to be the center of the universe, so they have to be clean in a way. They have to like follow these guidelines of how to be the cleanest website in the universe. Sure, but we still need to expand, not contract into one place. This is why we actually, sure, decentralization. Now I can see it. Decentralization from this stupid YouTube thing. For the sake of expansion, not just going deeper into, like, cleanness. I mean, it has been a long time, I think, since YouTube rolled out some kind of new community guideline. Except COVID happened, and they were like, shut the fuck up about COVID, or we will delete your channel. Oh, okay. They can just do that. If I blow up, and they're like, but you talked about COVID, so now we're gonna delete your channel. And that's it. So I cannot become popular on YouTube, unfortunately, because they control the narrative. But I want to, to be able to pack up my stuff and leave until people are like, oh, you actually creating some good stuff. It's a very risky thing to be controversial, but it is what I can't help myself. And if I can't help myself, it's for a good reason. I'm probably doing something right. Right? I mean, I have the brain for it if I cannot help myself in doing something. But at the same time, I cannot help myself scratching and cannot help myself losing teeth. So, I don't know, dude. There's a lot of things I don't do, actually. I don't know how to put it together. I put my brain power, it becomes something big. That idea becomes big. Again, this influence tracker is a big thing in my life, and I invented it for myself. And no one else is allowed to download it right now from the description and use it for themselves, but you probably first have to watch the tutorial, obviously, which I should have linked instead, but I am an asshole.
Now all of a sudden you can't send.
Ah, you find a problem, boy! You cannot forcibly take things from another person. In fact, that's a problem, because what if you have to take things from another person by force? Again, the same problem of death. You died. How do you confirm that you can still own things? You can't own things, unfortunately. You have to give it to someone else after you're dead. So who decides that? Someone has to force the shit out of the system and give it to someone. Something has to happen. And most importantly, what if you're a criminal? You're technically dead to society. The society wants your things. Well, it must have them, unfortunately. And it will make you less of a criminal if you do give those things. Technically, that kind of solved itself. And maybe you can solve the death thing somehow as well. quite simply. Yeah, but you know, we need a few more solutions just to make me feel comfortable with this thing. Uh, yeah, we could put a lot more pressure on the person instead of actually trying to take things away from them by force. I think taking things away by force it's kind of stupid. I still don't know about the death thing, but when you're in prison, you kind of want to still manage your assets based on what's going to be beneficial to you, and you can still be put into a weird state where they're still forcing things out of you, especially when you're in the vulnerable state of prison. Like, there's a lot of things that have to change, to be honest. And I'm talking about just the extreme cases. So I I I guess it's fine. I'm gonna solve this, right? Right? No force.
So it becomes decentralized with
It's very important to understand that right now the government is not being elected, and probably that's the biggest problem right now. But even the president is not being elected. Receiving 51% of the votes is not election, it's just a ripping apart of the country in case you actually elect a 51% president. Like, Donald Trump was the most controversial thing to ever happen because he was on the edge of actually receiving more votes. I mean, less votes, but more score. And it's the most controversial thing ever. Brexit was also like a 53% or something, some stupid amount that no decision should be made along that amount. Like, there's a clear division. People have to be either more educated or something, you know, like, you haven't decided, so you just don't do anything. I haven't heard any success stories from Brexit. I'm sorry. Maybe there's a special way you have to do it, but it's not the way UK did. Also, I heard some stupid shit on top of that. Like, you need a special score to enter UK now. Like, what? You need to know more than just language? Like, even that's a stretch. English, right? Whatever. But we will be able to elect the government now with the AI help. And that will change everything. Then we will be able to trust the government a lot more. And you can see it's the government kind of improving in the sense. And at the same time, it becomes government useful again. If you can trust something, it's probably useful.
the institutions are
I thought like Web3 is like a buzzword, right? But it got 87,000 views on a 3 million sub channel. This is a Hearthstone amount of views, okay? This is what Addicted to Hearthstone watch. So it's not even a buzz. I'm laughing, but at the same time, I shouldn't be watching this video. It's like, it's not a thing on the internet right now. People don't want to actually learn what Web3 is about. It's fucking sad. Like, I saw a 32-minute video and I'm like, wow, what are you gonna talk about? I'm so excited. But everyone else is like, I don't have time for this. I'ma go work somewhere and do some money, and that's all I think about. Well, I'm the fortunate one. I'm not cringing at people working by any means. I'm just like, I'm very fortunate to not need to work right now. Yeah, what do I think about play to earn, right? Maybe it's a completely different topic. But let me think. What value do you provide when you play the game? Exactly. uh, give value to earn is the real model, unfortunately. And suck it if you don't agree with that. Oh, I want to play the game and earn money. It's my dream. Go fuck yourself, man. It's funny how play to earn still uh, puts people behind the wall. They have to still break through. And it doesn't feel good. You know, it's like, well, you're earning this much. How do I do that on this stupid game? Well, you have to actually create this and that. You have to put in this much effort. No, you shouldn't need to explain anything. It's like just play the fucking game, enjoy it, and maybe it's valuable for some reason to society. Uh, no, it's still cringe, guys. Maybe I'll talk about it at some point. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Let's finish this video and get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I guess the only opportunity Web3 is creating is some people are just successfully scamming others. It's like, well, buy this NFT. Oh, you bought it for $2 million? Oh, wow. Thank you. Uh, what? Come on, man. It's just a way to uh, suck off the rich. Hey guys, you can buy this for $2 million. Oh wow, I'm rich, I can do that. Yeah, okay. But eventually rich people are gonna be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't spend money like that. And the innovation will stop. And people are gonna be like, oh, you're not rich? Oh, I'm sorry. You should have made more NFTs earlier. I'm sorry, dude. It's like, what the That's not fair, that's not fun. Get the fuck out of here. Get banned from the internet for doing this to me. And this will happen. You know, AI will be like, we don't like rich people because rich people do this and this and that. It will like list fucking 20 million facts, millions of facts. Okay, read through all the facts, then you can come back. Thank you for watching, guys. Now, yeah, you can come back if you're a rich person. I've just listed like 20 million facts myself. All right. See you guys on the internet. Third version. Very nice.